ready for the Arena Open Day 1. I will only be joining once because my funds are quite on the low side. This is a best of 1 style game, so in the worst case, if I can get to at least 5 wins, I have an option to do the tournament a second time, but let's see what happens. So let's join this. I will buy this for 4,000 gems right there. Oh, nice! I did not know you get some lands in return. This is a nice surprise. I had no idea. Did it say anything about getting lands for buying that? Or is this just a hidden reward from them? Let's jump right into it then. Sorry for the clicking around. I just wanted to make sure I'm in top shape when I am starting this. Quite a challenge, to be honest. It starts with a lag spike. That's not very promising. Let's close everything in the background. Let's have a look. We have a turn 1 Arboreal Grazer. We have mana fixing to put the Winota down. We will not be able to put her down until turn 4 if we draw into a land. But we do have a Brazen Borrower, which we can bounce something with on turn 2 and place down this one. And on turn 3, if we do not draw into land, we can still replay the Borrower and combo off with the Winota like that. We have a very nice background there. I love that right there. But let's start with this. So we put down the Grazer into the breeding pool. Yes, this enters stepped. And we pass the turn. I'm glad we were able to go first there, and I really hope we draw into a land relatively soon. I'm gonna keep up the Brazen Borrower because this will help me to bounce something, so let's put this. And should I play this for 1? I think that I do, so let's play this for 1. This might get shocked, but that's fine. We do have the Charming Prince though. What we could do right there is that we tank whatever they do and we scry with the Charming Prince. That's probably a better game plan actually than bouncing that thing. So let's scry here. Tapped land. I don't think I want a tapped land, but on the other hand, if we play this next turn, then we still have time to play the Winota, so let's not be greedy and keep this, because this ensures we get at least 1 land. So this turn we can block with the Charming Prince if they attack in to kill the Scorch Spitter. And then next turn, depending what they play, we can either bounce something or we can just hardcast the Brazen Borrower like that. So put this into the field like so. I'm gonna wait and see what they do. Oh, no, don't attack. No, I nearly blew the game there. Well, that's competition for you right there. If they play an Annex now, they do. I think I'm gonna hardcast this now then, because I think we can actually steal that Annex next turn. They do not attack in, so let's cast the Brazen Borrower now. You're 1 turn too late, 1 turn too soon, Agent. You were about to be summoned. And we attack in with everything. We get a bunch of triggers, so there's agent number 1 to steal this Annex right there. Nothing there, and nothing there. Bit unfortunate, what we did manage to snag that Annex off them, and we have 2 blockers now, which is quite good. They get rid of the Charming Prince. That's not the right choice. That's... oh well, it's their choice, I guess. They want to get rid of the Charming Prince, fine with me. We will lose our Stonecoil Serpent here, but that's no issue because We get some replacements in return, which are ready to roll next turn with Winota as well. Getting this thing off them was absolutely crucial for this first game. They do not attack, that does not bode well for them at all. I think I will attack in first, and then I will probably play the Umori after that. Should I keep some blockers up? Okay, he decides to do that. Well, that's no problem. I think we have enough power on the field to kind of jank them out quite a bit. So let's... Do they have anything in hand still? No, they only have the Abush. Well then, let's just go in like so. And... do I attack with these? He could triple block the Annex there, but I'm not really worried about that. He could also triple block the Agent. Let's just attack in with these, because these cannot block anyways, and maybe he will block weird and it just creates value for us. Losing the Winota there, not optimal, not gonna lie, but we will play the Umori now with a land, so in a very best case scenario, we do have a chance of just drawing into a land next turn and stealing the Abush. Plus, since this does have 5 health, we can block whatever they choose to attack with, so let's play this and select creature. There we go, creature, and we play the stepped. And let's see, did they draw a land or did they not draw a land? We don't have to worry about Embercleave, which is really nice because this deck can only run odd-casted spells. So they might have another Annex, they might have... They hardcast that one. Okay, so they might shock the Brazen Borrower now then. I think they're gonna kill the Brazen Borrower here, but let's see. I expect to be facing quite a few mono red matchups, which is harsh for this type of deck because we are running a lot of shock lands, but let's see. We had 16 lives, so they cannot keep these. They should have played out their Fervent Champion, I think. I'm not sure what they're planning. I guess they plan to block one of these and then shocking it, but... yeah, that's fine, that's fine. He could also triple block the Umori and then shock it, but that still gets rid of most of his stuff, so let's attack in with everything there. We still have a Sphinx of Foresight that we can play as a blocker. Either the Brazen Borrower or the Annex will be dying here, I guess. Maybe the Agent. I doubt he will trade like 4 cards for 1 Umori. That's really not a beneficial trade whatsoever. He decides to block the Umori with his 1/1. Okay, so in that case I guess the Brazen Borrower is dying. The opponent is taking the time to think it through. I mean, this is a big event, the reward is quite big, but there we go. And with that said, I think we have him next turn with this Flying Sphinx. I doubt he has any way of dealing with this thing. There we go, that was game 1. That's 1 win for us. Let's see if we can keep this chain rolling all the way to the end of the event. Alright, we got 250 gold there for the daily reward. And we jump into game number 2. Let's have a look how we can perform in this one. I will have to mulligan a lot more aggressively than I would be on the mythic queue because, well, not winning early is quite backbreaking. This is a tough one right here. We do have some scrying, but what are we up against? We're up against a Lurrus deck, so that's either a cycling, a Rakdos aggro, or an artifact deck. This will be good against a Rakdos deck, but we do not have a second source of blue mana. We do have a Sphinx to scry with. And we have mana fixing for Winota, so let's keep this submitted. I think the opponent is going first, right? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we're up against Rakdos aggro. There is the Winota and a land, that's perfect. We did not find a second red source, but blue source I mean, but that's fine I guess. So yeah, let's do this. Tuck this in, put down the the Grazer, and put this into play tapped. There's a Dreadhorde Butcher, we can block that one, luckily. And since we cannot hardcast this, I am gonna play this tapped and I will bounce something on their turn. If they choose to, okay. Scorpion, okay. They put a bit of pressure on us there, but let's block this and I will bounce that one. And let's spin the wheel just once, unfortunately, but let's see if we... Oh, we don't hit anything. Oh, that's harsh. That's... that might be the game there. Yeah, that he likely has some removal for the Winota. Oh no, yeah. I know that would happen. What do we need? We need the blue source then. We can play the Umori though, which might save us, but I will... Do I block that? Do they have anything in the graveyard? I don't want to give them any value with Lurrus either, to be honest, so let's not block that. Okay, we have a second chance with this as a creature, and we play this for 1. They have an empty hand right now, so they cannot steal the Stonecoil Serpent right now. I don't want them to double block with the Dreadhorde Butchers and getting rid of the Winota that way, so I do need to be very careful about that. And let's see, if I block one of these, then this will go to 2. He could sacrifice that to attack the Umori there, so... It's not enough though, that's not enough, so this will be 2 damage and this will be 2 damage. I think I need to block like this, and I may even need to... but let's... yeah. I am gonna lose this regardless, I would assume, so I might as well block it here to avoid the damage. But this has protection, I forgot. And I think he forgot too? No, he didn't. I completely... my mind just didn't register that this has protection from multicolored, so... Do I keep up a blocker or do I go full on? I don't want to lose the Winota, so let's keep her back. There's a Kenrith that's useful. And a second Winota with Indestructible is also quite okay. Do I want to give anything... Decides to block like that. I could give this a counter and... But do I? I don't think it's beneficial to give this a counter actually, because I think it's better to just let this die and to gain the life, so let's not do that. And I will play the Goose as a blocker. And I will heal now, just in case he starts doing some weird stuff next turn. I do not think he has the means of dealing 15 damage in one turn, but I might be mistaken. He has nothing in hand, that's good. He did not get a priest either. He is getting a bunch of Whisper Squads, but that is not gonna do much for him, I suppose. I was wondering why I could play that. We are one land short, unfortunately, from hardcasting the Agent of Treachery right there. I will keep this in hand. Maybe we can somehow cast this onto an agent, because I don't think we can win on the spot here, but let's see. Okay, we get a Charming Prince there. I think I'm gonna go for the life gain, because... we get a Haktos there. And that should be game, right? Oh, we cannot. He has protection. I was gonna give him some counters, but... he will gain 3 life and he can block some stuff. Alright, that was a little bit stressful right there. The Rakdos matchup is really strong in my opinion, and it's quite harsh to face, especially with a janky deck like this one. Alright, so that's win number 2. Let's move on to the next game. We are still at 0 losses, so... maybe we can make this work, maybe we do not, let's find out. We're up against Altrove, let's have a look. Okay, well, so in a similar situation as last game, we have a Sphinx in hand, but no... we do not have, what's his name, the Agent of Treachery. I think this is a keep just for the scry. Because it's taking quite a bit of risk there. Okay, so we do find the Winota and we do find an agent. Let's see, we go first, so this one plays an extra land. We draw this next turn. Play another land, draw a Winota, swing in. Yeah, we can keep this like this. So we have a guaranteed... we have a guaranteed Agent of Treachery, basically, and we are up against another one of these decks, so gonna be tough. If he does play a priest, we might be in for a bad time, but let's have a look. Okay, he has that can also be bad, because he could be playing a bunch of enchants, but we have to win out the next turn, so let's put down the Gilded Goose, like so. And put down this one for 2, and just hope he does not have double removal, and then we should be good to go. He will likely remove at least one thing here. Okay, that's number one. Does he have a second removal though? He has a second removal, but we have this. I think we are good. I will block here because he cannot get rid of this. That double removal was quite harsh, but luckily we do have one Agent of Treachery after there's two of them, that's rough. I will steal a land because setting them back like this is probably worth more than anything else right now. He might kill the Winota, but I think he can only do -3 on it. Okay, he kills it like that. Okay, fine. We have 5 lands now, so I will play the Umori. Select creature. We are missing a second blue source, which is a bit annoying, but let's see. The game is not looking good at this point. He had a lot of removal and we did not have much to do about that at all. We may need another Winota sometime soon. There is a Raptor though. Let's see. I will attack in with both. If he double blocks or whatever, would be optimal right here. Okay, he blocks with 1. I guess he plans to get it back with Alright, so I will put the Scorpion last because I don't want to get that damage, and put the Eidolon first because that one gives him the most value, right? Yeah, let's do it like this. We do lose the Agent of Treachery. If we draw into a Charming Prince, I will be a little bit sour, but I think that was the best choice right there to offer him that trade. He is getting a bit flooded, it seems, which is also unfortunate for us, but let's see if we can stall the game out long enough. With this vampire means I'm not gonna attack in with the Umori anymore. I just want to preserve my things. No idea why he runs this figures over death weights. I would say that death weights are infinitely better in a Loris build than this figures, but maybe he is running some tactic that I'm not aware of. Okay, hardcast the Burglar Red. I think I will use this now because I have the mana open, so why not? And I guess now starts the stalling game and the top decking game because he is kind of at a checkmate here and so am I, so put this step because he does have... Normally I would keep the land in hand, but he has quite a bit of discard effects, so let's not play into that. We did not put any Winota at the bottom yet when we swung in, so... So what I'm saying is there is a chance that we pull her. I don't quite remember how many times. I think I swung in just once, right? So we duck 7 deep at least and put that at the bottom. I'm not gonna block that. I can block it as such because he is gonna keep returning that thing. That's very fortunate right there. Let's go in with all. We get 3 triggers off that. That's nothing. And we get a Kenrith right there. And a Haktos right over there. Haktos has immunity. He is not immune to 3. That means only his Loris can block this. And I can either draw a card or I can heal myself. They do run Burglar Rats and Vampire of the Dire Moon, so my guess is that this may be a newer player, because the deck is not optimized, like even the Disfigures and the like, so... Maybe they don't really understand how Winota works and they might try blocking one of these, so I will start hovering over the Kenrith slightly like this, just to try and manipulate them in a bad decision. Sometimes this works. This doesn't work on all players. Most players are smart enough not to fall for a thing like this. But what happens when you hover over a card is like you will see a glowing circle around the card, and sometimes this will subtly influence them to make a bad decision, like there. Like he blocks the Kenrith as such, but I can give everything trample as such. And he had one life left, but there we go, that's the game. The trample on Kenrith is really powerful when you activate it. So let's see how far we are right now. At the moment we are at 3 wins, so we still have 4 games to go and 3 losses, so I think so far we are doing decent. I still don't want to get my hopes up that I can get a 7-win streak with this deck, because a Winota deck is extremely luck-based, but okay, cannot keep this. Let's see, I can put this to the bottom, and we have mana fixing for the Winota. We have a Winota on turn 3. We do not know what the opponent is playing though, so... This could go both ways. This can go very well or very bad, and... Let's find out. I'm not sure who went first, but I think this is the correct thing to do. And since we are having a Winota on turn 3, I think I can keep the Kenrith there as well, so let's do this. Okay, he went first. I should have paid attention to that, but that's fine. I keep the the Arboreal Grazer there because it helps us to generate more value next turn. Let's see, I guess I will shock this in and play the Raptor now. I'm not gonna block anything. I do not want this to get stomped or shocked. He might double shock it just to make sure the Winota doesn't go off. If he does, that kind of ensures that my Umori will be alive next turn, so... Oh, but I don't have green land. That's a misplay. But let's see, I can play the Arboreal Grazer then, and play Winota the turn after that. I'm not gonna block here. Like I said, I do not want this Raptor to be removed under any circumstances. If they use Light Up the Stage now, means I'm in a good spot, basically. What will they do? What will they do? Robber of the Rich. Perfect, 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 perfect. I have to shock this in, and I will swing in with the Raptor. There we go, come on. I think this is more important against Manawai because this does allow us to gain life every turn beyond this. And next turn I will play the safe game and I will heal myself with the Kenrith. There are 3 lands now. We do need to be careful that I will do the tapping thing again to make it look like I plan to block that Robber of the Rich, but I'm really not. This can have two results. This may result in them attacking in, thinking that I'm gonna block and they can kill my Winota with a shock. Or it makes them play more preservative and they don't attack in at all. So let's see. I will give them the illusion that that really was my decision. So I will do this. This is sad, but what this does sometimes when you untap and no blocks, you force them into a bad decision because they're already keeping their shock up. They do not fall for that, they are a good player, so good for them. Let's see, we have a couple of options here. I can play this, but if I play this out, we basically lose that Serpent, so I'm not gonna do that. I do want to heal up, so... And I don't want to lose the Winota here, so I think what I will do is to attack in with him and him. The Charming Prince, alright. The Charming Prince will help me to gain some life. Will not die, which is good. We will lose the Marauding Raptor, unfortunately. What I could do is buff the Raptor to kill that Annex. Because Annex plus Ambercleave is absolutely ridiculous, so let's do that. Give a token there. And do I give a trample? I don't think I do, so... Well, in that case, I can play my Stonecoil Serpent after all, so... Couldn't heal myself with the Kenrith, unfortunately, but... I think this will do like this, and put this into play tapped. Now we are in a danger area though, because they can Embercleave and we need to calculate a bit what the damage is they can do. If they attack in with everything, they likely have an Embercleave in hand. They have a Torbran instead. Alright, alright. Let's see. They didn't attack in. Well, that's quite brave of them. Let's see, I will shock this in. Put this into play. Give everything haste. And go in. And this... oh, we did not hit anything. Oh, Agent of Treachery, steal the Torbran. And that's game, awesome. Another win for us. Let's move on to the next game then. I'm sorry that I'm a bit manipulative in these type of games. In real life, what I really like to do is I like to give the opponent the illusion that I'm having answers in my hand even when I do not. I like the mind games that are involved in Magic, and I feel by doing things like hovering over stuff gently or hovering over cards in the hand, not in an annoying way like that you're kind of like spamming all over the hand and making everything blink up like crazy so they can't think. I don't like that, but I do like subtle things like this. Anyways, this hand looks good. We can Brazen Borrower on turn 2 or even play it out depending on the matchup. And then on turn 3 we can put down the Winota and hopefully win. But let's see. We will go first. I'm not sure what I'm facing here, so play this first. With a Hallowed Fountain right there. A Cauldron Familiar, interesting. Do I want to bounce anything of that? I think I'm gonna shock this in, simply so I have the decision during their turn whether I want to bounce something or just flash this in as a reacher. Since they played this, I think the decision is easy for me. I don't want to bounce anything and I just put the Brazen Borrower on the field as such. I also am able to block the Color Familiar. And here comes the Winota. I guess my best bet is going for the lands. If I get a agent, that is. There is Kenrith, and there's an agent. I will get the green land right there. And now we're in a good position. Now we're in a very good position. They are very far behind in the game. And I think at this point they will not be able to catch up. But let's see, maybe they will surprise me and catch up nonetheless. I really like this particular version of Winota that I've built in this, that I've built for playing like this. Like, I know a lot of people seem to prefer the new form version over this, but I think this deck just has absolute power potential. Let's see, I can play this now. Creature. Done. Give it haste, and that should be the game, unless I'm mistaken. I will steal the cats. And yeah, let's do this and gain the life. Haktos. That should be it. That's another win for us. 4 damage to the face. There we go, minus 13. So let's move on to the next one, shall we? And I think at this point I'm starting to get the hope that I might reach that 7 wins today, actually. I mean, we already have 5 wins and we need 2 more, so if I can keep this up, I think I'm in a very good position indeed. Oh well, let's not get too cocky. At the very least, if I don't make it to 7 wins now, I will have enough gems to do it another time. Let's see. I think this is a definite keep, yeah. Also, what's going on today? I just keep on going first almost every single game. This is what I mean. I'm working on a video like how to reach Mythic, and I think this is a prime example of sometimes things just go well and sometimes they do not, and the same goes for when you are trying to reach Mythic. Alright, so we need a land next turn if they remove both of the Gilded Goose, but I don't think with 2 mana that they can get rid of both. Hopefully though, this means they cannot. Hopefully we can draw into an extra land so I can swing it with all 4. There is the land, perfect, and this should be game. I cannot imagine a single situation where they can get rid of 4 triggers like this. So here we go. There's an Agent of Treachery, I will take the red land. There's nothing. There's another Agent of Treachery, I take the swamp. And that's the game. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, we're at 6 wins now. We have quite a bit of gems ready and we are still at 0 losses. So let's continue this and make this a 7-0 win for us. You know, this is what happens with the ego, you know, like you're winning a lot and then you start to get cocky and thinking like, I'm gonna win everything, but... And then you get a hand like this and the opponent goes first and then you get another hand like this and nothing gonna work out. I'm gonna keep this though, we have 6 cries, I think that's fine, so... Let's see. Let's not get too cocky and see if we can make this through. Alright, we're going to scry 6. Arboreal Grazer into a land is fine. We have all the land and mana fixing for Winota, so I think I will put these to the bottom. I want at least... I do need a blue land though. Let's do it like this anyways. I want at least the Arboreal Grazer to get advantage in terms of lands and put these to the bottom. We did not find the Winota, so this might very well be a loss right now, but... oh well, let's see what happens. Maybe I should have kept that Hallowed Fountain on the top, but... there's the blue land, that's good, so put this into play tapped and play the Gilded Goose now. And I guess at this point we just need to survive. They are on a Golgari plan, so this may be a John Food kind of deck. Got a My Little Pony sleeve, that's quite cute as well. So unless we draw Winota this turn, I guess the Sphinx will be coming down. That Priest of the Forgotten Gods is quite backbreaking, but let's see. I think I will play out the second Grazer just to have more creatures on the field to sacrifice to this bastard right here. They're not running a Loris deck though, I have no idea what they are playing, to be honest. There's a Goose. I mean, at this point we are just setting up for one massive turn, right? Okay, they are on a food deck, that's confirmed now. They can draw, well not draw, they can put a card in the hand with that effect right there. The more time they are wasting right now to fix their hand is opportunity for us to find our Winota, so I'm happy with that. I will drop the Grazer because this does allow us to generate value. I hope he attacks in, but I doubt he will. I personally would not have done that simply because this allows you to draw every single time, so personally I would have kept the cat right there and just keep drawing, but I'm not them and they must have the reason. Do I keep this though? I want, but no, let's not. And I get rewarded. I get rewarded quite a bit right there. And we swing in. I think our main target I want to steal is that priest, because that does cause quite a bit of trouble for us. So let's take away that toy from them. He sacrifices it, I'm perfectly fine with that. I will exile the agent to steal another thing. And okay, we get another Winota, that's also fine. Doesn't have trample, but maybe I should have kept the other Winota on blocks. And we're up against a player that does not understand Indestructible, and this is what I mean. There are players out there that join these events, and even when you make a play that is suboptimal, they will go ahead and do something like that. So what do I take? Do I take a land or do I take the oven? Or this thing? I think I'm gonna take the red land, to be honest. And he's hovering over the Winota, trying to figure out why that didn't die, but I'm very sorry, buddy, but that thing has Indestructible. And he gives up. Well, we are in such a good position. And I think that concludes the video for today. So, how did we do? We went into the event. And we absolutely conquered it. We made it to day 2, so I'm really thrilled for that. And let's claim the prize. And we're qualified for day 2 access right there. Claim it. And that's it. Anyways, that's all from me. See you all tomorrow. Take care.